And welcome to the chat on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2. I'm David Lovejoy, and Chuck's away from the desk a little on the weather. Of course, Rod has gone on to another job. I'm joined this morning by one of our favorites, Bryce Hudson, the creator of Pasture to Pavement and a member of the West Texas A&M agricultural teams. Bryce, welcome to the chat. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Always blessed to be here on the chat.
You knocked those finals out. Those are done and gone. So you're on to the next semester already. You're ready to take a little break, aren't you?
Yep, we get a few months off. I love college. It's better than high school. We get a little bit longer, so we won't kick up till I think August 21st for the fall semester. So I'm taking a breather.
I know that's right. Well, WT has made a huge imprint in the world of agriculture with educating the next generation of producers, not just producers and ranchers or whatever. You've got everything from communications to sciences, the meat judging team. WT has really put emphasis on agriculture in their curriculum, and you guys are getting together to help support the program. May 27th to 28th, the second annual Buff Branding will kick off. It's a steer and heifer show. Tell us a little bit about what this is and why.
Yeah, of course. Well, it is the second annual. Last year, we started it to get the kids ready to go off to Australia. This year, we're getting ready to basically start out the fall season of judging. We finished at the spring for meats judging. We traveled all the way from Denver, Fort Worth, Houston, and then here in Cavanis. Now we're getting ready to go to the bigger ones. We're going to head out to the Eastern, out there in Pennsylvania, the American Rural out there in Nebraska, of course, the international for the national championship, and of course, here for Friona for the High Plains contest or the South Plains contest, excuse me. But of course, that all requires money and funding of some sort of way. And we started this Buff Branding Jackpot show to kind of help, alleviate some of the pressures as college students to not have to pay for as much when it comes to flights or any of the travel. So of course, this is a great opportunity. A lot of people are getting ready for buying steers or having some heifers from last year, and getting them ready for state fair. So getting them out, getting them ready to roll, get them out of the pens and get them out of the barn for a little bit. And so, of course, we don't need any sponsors anymore. But I will tell you this: if you are wanting to sponsor WT Ag in general, please go check out give.wtamu.edu, or you can go check out the WT Ag Development Association. We're always looking for more people to be involved, whether that's for the crops judging team or the everyday curriculum or helping us pay for field trips, whatever it may be. Sponsors are always grateful, and we love having, the generous donations, and anything helps these students out, including myself.
Now, for those unfamiliar with the world of shows in agriculture, tell the folks what a steer heifer jackpot show is. What's the difference between that and other shows, and what is that as far as a show? Do you just go in and when you say show, are the cows singing? Are they dancing? What do you mean by show?
Yeah, of course. Well, we have different types of shows, and I'm sure everybody's heard of all of our majors, like Houston and Austin and San Antonio. Just a jackpot show in general is just a little get together show. It's a little opportunity to let students show their exhibits, whether that's steers and heifers, for the opportunity to win prize money or prizes or different aspects. And jackpots happen usually year round, but majority of the time in the summer. It's just a little show to get them ready before getting ready for state fair, including, some of the fairs are getting up there. The Tri-State Fair will be around the corner before we know it. South Plains Fair down there in Lubbock as well. And these students are traveling all over to kind of get them out in the barns, get them out. But when we show them, we're just showing, basically confirmation, how they're looking, is it's what we structurally want, is that how we want, our cattle to look like, nice, built. Of course, the show industry is different than, commercial, the everyday calves in a feedlot or different aspects on the ranch. So we're showing them to kind of give them, this is, picking out the best of the best, the cream of the crop, and getting them ready for those state fairs and the fairs all over the country.
Is this show limited by breed of cow or shorthorn? Right? Well, what are some of the factors that judges will be looking for and entering criteria for this jackpot?
Well, of course, there is no limit on, different breeds whatsoever. We're going to be hosting a wide array of different breeds, whether that's Hereford, Shorthorns, and all the British, all the Continentals, as well as all the crossbreeds. And we'll have different ones from prospects and progress. And so different aspects of that, from golds to whites and silvers to blacks to reds, and all those in between. So if you haven't registered yet and you're still watching the chat right now, make sure you still sign up. You can visit at WTAMU's Buff Branding Steer and Heifer Jackpot Show on Facebook. Fill that out. I know right now we're sitting at 200 and plus steer entries and about 53 heifer entries. So we're always looking for more. It's not too late to sign up. And it's a great opportunity to get those students out, and perfect way to basically get ready for the show season.
Bryce, you've been involved in cow-calf operations. You've been involved in the world of FFA for years. It has become your passion, your podcast, Passion of the Pavement, the work you do here at KGNC, very important. You could have went to the mothership, as you refer to it as. You could have went to Texas Tech. You could have went to a hundred different universities. You had offers and places to go. What made WT and their ag program stand out to you?
Yeah, of course. And for people who don't know the story, and you can always hear it on the podcast, I really was stuck between going to, Texas Tech and WT. But when I first was a junior, I wanted to go to Texas A&M really, really bad. And when I toured WT, I had that stuck in my head. But until I kind of, basically toured what West Texas A&M is all about, and getting to meet Dr. Keith and Dr. Pond, and getting to sit down with Dr. Luchek and getting a little bit of information on meats judging, and Dr. Tanner Robertson, he's known me forever through high school. It was such a well-built place. It might be a smaller university with over 1,000 students in the ag department. We really genuinely care about each student. And I think that's why I really decided, of course, scholarship opportunities are more prevalent here at WT. It is a smaller university and it's a better opportunity, and you're not feeling like a number. And that's a big thing that really decided where I was going to go. And so, of course, WT was home. It still is home. And of course, I'll probably be here when I get my master's and move off somewhere to get my PhD. But I mean, it's something that, you can't experience anywhere else.
It is a shadow that they've cast that's large and very important, not only for our economy, but for these young people to have an opportunity. There's more than one career that ag has for you, male, female, it doesn't care. There's a place for you if you have a passion for it. I want to touch on this real quick. Of course, buff branding will take place this weekend. It's going to be the 27th and 28th. It'll be at the Tri-State Fairgrounds. The first morning kicks off 9 a.m. bright and early on 8 a.m. on Friday morning. The barn doors open up. All your heifer papers are due by 7 p.m. 9 a.m. The showmanship show, steer weigh cars due. The big show on Saturday and Sunday, each day starting at 9 a.m. I just want to hit real quick, Pastor of Payment, you secured a great guest. Tell us a little bit about one of the guests you got coming up on your show.
Yeah, of course. We've been kind of on hiatus with Pasture to Pavement, and we took a little breather doing some judging and stuff. And now it's time to bring it back. And it's about, a year anniversary since we started it. And so to basically start season 2, I brought a very special guest, an individual, and I call her a celebrity by meaning, somebody who's changed the ag industry. And her name is Dr. Temple Grandin. It was an honor and a blessing to get to talk to her for about an hour and a half and understand what she does on a daily basis and what she's put through. Of course, we're pushing it out. I think we've decided June 7th, so in 2 weeks, and you'll get to catch the newest episode of Pasture to Pavement.
All right. Don't forget the Buff Branding Steer and Heifer Show this weekend, May 27th and 28th. Go to give.wtamu.edu and you can participate. You know the 2 rules: be kind, be careful. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning right here on the chat.